I'm Ben Mills and I run Desk Dragons Interactive. Desk Dragons Interactive is a virtual reality and augmented reality game studio. Now, a year or so ago, we saw this amazing new technology come out. It allows you to experience holographic content or virtual content in the room around you and interact with that. So we saw this technology and we were like, hey, we can do something amazing with this.
First impressions of Ben, coming into the hatchery, typical geek, typical gamer, but did he know his business? And I think he's absolutely proven that throughout the programme.
So when we joined Entrepreneurial Spark, we started developing a prototype so we could go out and get our first round of investment. Entrepreneurial Spark helped us to get our pitch ready, make sure that we were asking our investors the right questions, making sure that we were confident in the message we wanted to give to our investors.
With investment, it's not just money. So what are they bringing to the table? Where potentially are there skill gaps that they've got in the team, and how can the investors help with that? I think he was asking questions, how can you help us? And what do you expect from us? So actually, Ben's investors are saying that he gives them the best management pack that they've ever seen before, which is amazing.
So once we got that first round of investment in, it really allowed us to sort of go out there and start being Desk Dragons Interactive, right? What it did was it allowed us to go and get the equipment. So we went and got the computers which we required. We really started pushing out and trying to build our prototype. So Desk Dragons is now going out to get £500,000 of round 2 investment.
What that means for the business is that they'll be able to grow their team. So they're going to look to extend to a team of 10. It means that they can recruit in new talent and start developing and building that game.
They've gone out and made sure that when we're hiring the very best in the industry. We've just hired a guy from Montreal who's worked on Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, billion-dollar franchises in the gaming industry.
When he came over to the UK, he looked at Desk Dragons and loved this space. So he walked into the Entrepreneurial Spark hatchery and really wanted to be a part of it. So I guess it's not something to be overlooked that you get this amazing space in the heart of Manchester, is that it helps to attract real talent.
I think my most uncomfortable position when starting Entrepreneurial Spark was getting up in front of a room of 40, 50 people and doing a 60-second pitch. I dreaded it. I had the shakes. I was like, oh, wow, how am I going to achieve this?
He is a go-doer. He always puts himself out of his comfort zone. So initially, he wasn't confident at all doing a pitch, and we've spent a lot of time together creating something that's for him. So we've worked to kind of get a structure and what comes across as natural for him, and he's now got a killer pitch.
Holograms.
So I think with Ben, I think he naturally does have a growth mindset. He's very, very positive, and I think that shines through. I think the main thing that Ben's learned over the programme is leadership and confidence.
For myself, it's been a bit of a learning curve, learning how to deal with personnel and how to be a good manager and inspire people, because anyone can be a boss, but I'm not a boss, I'm an entrepreneur. And I think it's really important that you capture that spirit in the business itself.
So Business Rocks in Manchester, absolutely great opportunity. So Entrepreneurial Spark were going to be there, and we had a last minute opportunity for some chicklets from Manchester to come and represent Entrepreneurial Spark.
Libby, our enabler, came to us on the Monday and was like, Ben, there's this amazing conference in Manchester with investors, with potential clients. Do you want to exhibit there as part of the Entrepreneurial Spark stand? It's crazy. I mean, to make an entire VR virtual reality game in 3 days and then exhibit at Manchester's biggest investment conference, most people would say no, but we're not most people. We're at Desk Dragons, so we were like, let's go out and make an entire virtual reality game, and we did.
We thought it'd be a good way of him engaging customers. You know, there'd be investors there, really good opportunity for his business, but also to get some feedback on his technology. I had a go, you know, we all had a go. It was really, really good fun, but I think, you know, what's key here is within 3 days, you know, they turned a game round. It was interactive, you know, people got it, people got what they do, and they bought into them as a team, not just a business.
6 months or a year ago, I would have never have imagined we would have been able to do that so quickly, and yet we have. We've gone out, we're partners now with Xbox, we're partners with PlayStation, we're partners with Steam, and you know, and that's in the first 6 months of Death Dragons really like kicking off. The biggest change in Death Dragons is its aspirations, the way it looks at itself. We've gone from a company which was like, yeah, we can make computer games, to, yeah, we're a company that can lead in developing computer games. We've really told ourselves and learned that, and to have the confidence to say, we are going to be a leader in augmented and virtual reality gaming in the Northwest.